Hello, everybody, and welcome to our first ever live stream. It is the Canada F1 Grand Prix, and we're ready for it. We're ready for it. So join us. We're going to watch it. We're going to see what's going on, and we're going to add a little bit of fun to your evening. We hope, at the very least. I have got myself some lovely apple juice. And yeah, we're going to have some fun. So let me see if I can share this. We'll get some people in here. So we're just waiting for the race to start now. What time is it? So we've got 8 minutes before the formation lap, which, isn't too bad. And we will go through our predictions very soon. We've got time. We've got time. All right. Oh, I tell you what, Sky does do it's so much. This whole advertising, the battle channel and the race cam and the onboard cam, and it's just like it's literally every few minutes. So boring. But then again, some might say the same of this live stream, so please bear with us. We are learning the craft, so to speak. Hey, we finally got somebody in. I wonder who it is. That'd be very interesting to know. If you want to put in the chat, you can absolutely do that. But, might be an interesting game to play considering nothing's happening at the minute because we've not even started. So I've got some predictions for the race today before we actually get the race underway. I'm going to go with, now this is a big one. This is a big hot take now. I'm going to go with a Max Verstappen win. The man who's led every race by about 22 seconds this season. It's out there, I know. But I just don't, it's just a bit boring at the minute, isn't it? I just don't see anybody else winning at all. I like the midfield battle. I like seeing, drivers that never necessarily seen before, or drivers that I like, do something fun in the race, do something cool, get decent points. That's always great. But right now, it's just a bit much. Go on, Fernando Alonso. Jeez Louise. Okay, yeah, so my prediction is that Verstappen will win. But I've got an interesting second prediction, second and third. My podium is Verstappen, Hamilton, Russell. I think Alonso will drop off in this race. I think Hamilton will probably make it up quite quickly and Russell will come in behind it. I think their car is just too good at the minute. In the wet, I don't think it works well. I don't think it does well in the wet. But other than that, I think it's a good a good race for Mercedes to really try and push themselves and show themselves to be that team that we've come to know over the last 8 years, but has disappeared off the face of the earth since 2021. But here we go. It's starting. Ooh. Hello. Right. How long we got? 2 minutes. So yeah, I'm upset. I missed Martin Brundle's grid walk. It's the best part of any Grand Prix, but I was stuck in the rain. It's storming in Manchester, and I missed his grid walk. And it's literally he's so good at it. I'd really like to see him in different scenarios. Like just put him in like the Oscars or the Grammys and watch him do a grid walk, or like even on Oxford Street, just complete randomism watching Martin Brundle do a grid walk. That'd be funny. That. You know what, Martin? Get in touch. Get in touch. I'll get you on production. We'll play it on All Sport Reports. That'll be sound. That. But yeah, I am drinking some apple juice, which very very happy about. Oh, who have we got? Oh yeah, Nico Hulkenberg. Oh, this really annoyed me yesterday. He managed to qualify second, the highest Haas has ever qualified, and then he gets bumped back 3 grid spaces for ignoring a red flag, which is tough, I know, and you shouldn't ignore a red flag, but it was barely ignoring it, and he got the same penalty as Sainz, and Sainz was being an idiot. Nico Hulkenberg. Is that right, Tom? Who do I think will be the first to retire? Oh, interesting. I've got 4 retirees. I've got Carlos Sainz. I think he'll bin it in a wall at some point. Yuki Tsunoda, because he really seems to be pissing everybody off at the minute. De Vries, because he does it every single week. And Logan Sargent. I really do think Logan Sargent's. I don't know why. There's nothing really backing up that. I just feel like a Williams probably is going to do it at some point, and I'd prefer the American to go in the wall. Oh, that's not going to do anything for our American audience, is it, Tom? Oops. It's a problem with live streams. All right, they're all on the grid now. Right. I'm going to put my headphones on so I can listen to everything, which I feel like once I put the headphones on and I've still got my Mercedes cap on, I look like a race engineer. And it's, makes me feel quite important, Do I look like a race engineer? I mean, I feel like I've got the build for it as well. Not got the build for a driver, but I've definitely... Max, please drive faster. I've just proven that I'm not a race engineer. They'd never tell Max to drive faster. They tell him to stay within the lines. All right, formation lap. Oh, well, so what do you guys think is going to happen in this race? Anything interesting at all, please put it down in the chat. Make sure you like the video as well. See if we can get some more mates to hang out with us. We've got two of us in at the minute, which is lovely. It's just lovely, isn't it? The Ricardo way is the only way. The Ricardo, you can tell I'm a bit late to the party. Well, not late to the party, but just too cheap to buy another hat. But yeah, the McLaren Ricardo hat, got it on. It's one of my favourite possessions. All right, we're coming up to the line now. Oh, see, that's another 5 of the last 6 Canadian Grand Prix have been won by the pole sitter, and this year the pole sitter is Max Verstappen. So let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, we are not looking for, the race win today. We're not looking forward to that. That can't be what we're looking forward to, but we are looking forward to the podium race and the midfield race and to see who bins it in the wall. That's the race today, and I'm ready for it. Oh, my shirt feels all sticky. I've been out in the rain. Oh, 5 lights, and away we go. Oh, Hamilton's just absolutely bombed it. Get in there, Hamilton. I like supporting my British boys. That sounds odd. Oh, has Piastri managed to make it in front of? He has, hasn't he? They've switched places. And away we go. Yes, absolutely, Thomas. Oh, I tell you what. Oh, Carlos Sainz almost binned it. He almost binned it. I almost got my prediction right. He comes background of Perez, and he's doing it again, and he almost cut him off. Oh. All right, we're down a lap now. Hey, call it. Oh, no. Right. Again, Sainz on that last chicane almost ends somebody's race. He's got a problem with that last chicane. Yeah, Kevin Magnussen almost binned it in the wall. All right. McLaren, obviously my favourite. 7 and 8 at the minute. That's good. Yeah, Piastri's leading Norris, which is quite interesting because Norris had position. So I want to see what happened there because I was too busy watching Hamilton absolutely dive bomb Alonso, exactly what I said would happen. It's almost like I should be a commentator or something. It's almost like I want all sport reports to, get big and help me make money out of it. So if you'd like to like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate that. The McLaren looks almost red. All right, let me see Piastri. Oh yeah, Piastri just gets Lando on the outside. He gets him on the outside of the first corner, and then he's got inside position on the second. Oh, that's quite well done, to be fair. I've been slewing Piastri all season, and you know what? In the last few weeks, he's really impressed me. Wow. Jesus, yeah. I told you that Signs will get retire this, or he'll be black flagged because he's showing it all season, not all season, all race weekend, that he breaks too hard on that first chicane. And Verstappen already has a second lead on Hamilton. Who could have predicted that? It'd be interesting if Hamilton can give Verstappen a fight. I just don't think it's going to happen because as long as Verstappen's at least a second ahead of Hamilton, what's he going to do? Oh, who's that? Is that Lance Stroll? No, it's not. Fernando Alonso's just hit the wall. Oh, imagine being 41 years old and still being a pro sportsman. Like everybody's told you from the day you decided to be an athlete that you've got 15 years at most, and then Fernando Alonso's just like, nah, nah, I'm just gonna be sick forever. I'm just gonna be incredible. I'm gonna be one of the best drivers in the world until I'm almost a pensioner. Come on, Lando. Jesus, I've just noticed how many laps this race is. 70. I suppose what they're lapping at about 110. So not too bad. Genuinely, if they all had the same car, how would the leader still lap the back runners? Like when you think about it, these are the 20 best humans at driving a car, supposedly. If they all had the same machinery on the same track, would really no DRS, would really that leader lap the back markers? Is the ability really that different? I mean, they'd lap Latifi. Obviously, there's a reason he's no longer in Formula One. How are we all? How's our Sunday so far? Are we enjoying it? I'm gonna drop my chair a little bit. Sit back and enjoy myself. Oh, wires. That's not professional, is it? Yellow flag, yellow flag. Logan Sargent, I told you he'd be the first to retire. I told you he'd be the first. See. Well, yeah, actually, I remember now. I didn't say anything about Sargent being the first. I said that he'd retire. I had a feeling that he'd retire, and he's gonna retire, I believe. Oh, virtual safety car. See, I told you. I should have put a bet on it, shouldn't I? Do they bet on retirees? What happened? Is it when he's downshifting? Oh, damn. See, I said that he was going to retire. He's not retired in every single race. I just had a feeling he was going to retire. Mystic Meg. Mystic Eljay. No, that don't work. Clairvoyant Eljay. I don't know. Do you reckon they get bored? Like if you're Verstappen and you've got nobody around you for 70 laps, do you reckon you get a bit complacent? You know, like you do when you're driving a bit. You know where you're going. You know, you know what speed is 30, what speed is your top speed, what you can do. Do you just chill out, put a bit of music on, start singing the Hamilton theme track, you know? I think I would, you know. Sometimes I'll be playing the F1 game and I'll put YouTube on because I'm just like, in all fairness, I am a bit of a weirdo and I do like playing the long races on F1. Well, I'm still on F1 21 to be fair. But I can imagine they just chill out for a bit. Somebody's going to bin it into the wall of champions, aren't they? Oh, what a move, Oscar. Right, I really need to take it back about Oscar Piastri. I was slewing him to Kingdom Come. but he's actually a pretty decent little driver. He knows how to drive. He's got his license because, well, he's got his super license, obviously, but he's making some decent moves, you know. Let's have a bit more of my apple juice. You know what? It is a great thing about having a Canada night race. You can enjoy yourself on a Sunday evening rather than at 11 o'clock in the morning. Apparently, it's frowned upon. Uh, how are we all then? We all. There's two of us, so at the minute. What have we had for dinner? I had a lovely beef baguette with some garlic mushrooms inside and some onion rings. Barbecue brisket. It was lovely. It's because I'm a weirdo, apparently. I don't like roast dinner. It's not I don't like it as in like I'm physically sick about it. It's just a bit boring, isn't it? English food. It's just a bit it's not great. There's no real flavour to any of it. Even sausage and mash really is a decent, decent dinner. But it's a bit boring. I prefer like a proper a beef baguette, dripping barbecue sauce, crunchy onion, like that's fit. Jesus. Yeah. Oh, apparently Verstappen's hit a bird. Now, we should go on, Lando. Go on, Lando. Don't pull out. Oh, Hulkenberg's just gone into the pits, and Lando still has DRS. Fair enough. Come on, Lando. Right, break this DRS now. They're only 12 laps in. Why are they going into the pits? I'm assuming it's the pit window because obviously they're all a lot more intelligent than me and they're all going into the pits. But in a 70 lap race, it just seems a bit early. Shit. Oh no, that's got to be a safety car. George Russell's got puncture. Oh no. Yeah, it's a safety car. Oh no, my prediction was that he got the podium. Although I did also predict that Norris would get top five. So Piastri's currently in top five, but that's coming true. Oh yeah, get in the pits, guys. Get in the pits. Oh, did Hamilton just? So Alonso almost took Hamilton in the pits, and Hamilton basically got his elbows out and almost crashed in the pits. That's got to be a marshal coming along, thinking, "Oh, let's have a look at this." Oh, oh, he really? That was a big hit. He properly swung his rear end into the wall. Russell already saying he's out. Is he coming back? That's an unsafe release, surely, by Mercedes. Oh, right, no, he had enough time, actually, to be fair. Lovely jubbly. So we're still in the safety car. All right, so George has managed to get back into the pits, and he's now. Toto Wolff definitely knows when he's on camera, doesn't he? Oh, no, don't have Lando. If nothing happens for Hamilton, that shouldn't bloody happen for Lando. Jesus, there's a lot of debris on that wall. They need to get the brushes out. Get on with it, lads. We want a race. The aerial shot of this circuit is really nice with the lakes and rivers or whatever you want to call them. Do you remember when Grosjean binned it into the wall during the safety car? I literally thought Verstappen was about to do the same. If you're in that safety car, you must think you are driving as fast as you possibly can. And these these drivers are like, oh, can't you hurry up? Funny, isn't it? They're going so fast. It's a nice car as well, you know. Mercedes AMG. Nico Hülkenberg. Where's Gasly? He's 18th. Jesus. Oh yeah, he had that science ridiculousness where he stopped him whilst he was on a fast lap. Forgot about that. See, the issue is with crashes. Crashes, right, make Formula One exciting. They do. It's dangerous, I know, but it's part of the excitement. It's part of what people pay for to come and watch. However, it also makes Formula One fudging boring, okay? Because you spend about 10 laps under a safety car or a red flag, which then means you're just watching them like have a lovely little driving Miss Daisy Sunday drive. And that's not really why I pay a subscription to Sky Sports, to be honest. And obviously, live sport, unpredictable. You can't, it's not scripted. You can't do anything about it. But it doesn't make it any less frustrating. Jeez Louise. Oh, safety cars ending, thank goodness. Yeah, it just, safety cars, obviously, they're needed, despite the fact they're still driving at about 80 miles an hour. But they're needed to make sure that everything can get cleared up. But it does get a bit tiresome when you're just watching them drive around for a bit. I reckon I could drive as fast as a Formula One driver under a safety car. That might be an over exaggeration. But I reckon I could do a job if I lost the weight and was short enough to fit in a Formula One car, which I'm not. There's a lot of ifs, ands, and buts. I understand this, but I still reckon I could do it. Oh, Max Verstappen's wiggling his tail at Hamilton. Oh, trying to attract him, get him a bit closer, you know? Go on. I'd love it if Hamilton just absolute. Go on. Go on. I love a restart. That's the good thing about the safety cars. See, Verstappen's already opened a massive, massive gap. Go on, Lando. Wait, how did Piastri and Norris drop down to 10th and 11th? Oh, did some of them not pit? Oh, did Leclerc and Sainz not pit? Doesn't look like it. They're still on the mediums, aren't they? Oh, Lando's gotten in front of Piastri. I like Piastri now. I do like him, but I prefer Lando. I'd like to see him get somewhere. No, he doesn't. Oh, Piastri was almost about to dive bomb his own teammate. You can't do that. Jesus. I mean, I get that it's an individual sport as well, but do you really want to be that guy that wipes out your teammate? You know that Verstappen, Daniel Ricciardo thing in Baku and the Silver Arrows incident? Oh shit! Yeah, that's why I've not got too many people on this watch along. Clearly, they're all watching Daniel Ricciardo and Will Arnett because that's, they'd definitely be here if it wasn't for that. You know, this is this is the best show in town. You know, absolute circus. It's wonderful. Who is this one person watching? Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. Can you, by any chance, type in the chat, "Hi, Luke," and then ask me a question? Give me something to work with. Because I'm very good at rambling to myself, if I'm honest. I live alone. I can just get on with my day. But, you know, I'm here to answer questions. I'm not bothered. Go ask. It doesn't even have to be about Formula One, guys. Just ask me anything. I've already talked about what I've eaten for dinner, and it was really nice. Ask away. This is you get me live and direct. Live and direct. I don't really know what the direct means. If you're live, you're live. DRS enabled. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, doesn't DRS just make it a bit, like cheating a little bit? Doesn't it? It just kind of takes the mate. Oh, Lahayan. I'm not even Jewish. What am I doing? Right, Piastri's just gone off. He doesn't look like he even tries to go around the corner, to be honest. Okay. You know what? Kevin Magnussen's in 8th. Jesus, where did that come from? Where's Hulkenberg? 15th. How did that happen? Hulkenberg was what? Or did he start on hards? I didn't see. Did he start on hards? Get in, Lando. Come on. He's just someone you want to root for, innit? Like with Daniel Ricciardo, they're just like nice guys who love having a laugh and are always smiley. You want them to do well, especially when they're talented, especially when them doing well is warranted at the same time. Oh no, DRS trains can be a bit of a bore, because it's got that extra, what is it, 12 kilometers an hour, 18 kilometers an hour. So nobody ever breaks it. I'm a bit bored, not gonna lie. At the minute, not too much is happening because of this DRS train. Verstappen's already got a 2-second lead. To be fair, that's pretty good for Hamilton for keeping him that far, because Verstappen must just feel like he's on a Sunday drive. He gets in his car on a Sunday and he goes, nobody can keep up with him. He's just going round listening to Vivaldi. I don't even know who that is. And it's just absolutely sailing it. And Hamilton is probably busting his gut to trying to keep up with him. He's at 2.6. Well, Hamilton's just lost a place, so never mind. Fernando Alonso. Oh, right. This could be interesting. It's a bit weird, isn't it? That people in second and third are both either 40 or almost 40. Yeah, 79 years old, their combined age. I tell you what, these commentators, I wish I could play you the what they were saying. They just nick what I say every time. I swear, football, they nick what I say. Formula One, they nick what I say. I mean, tend to watch basketball late at night, so I don't really say ooh, too much. But yeah. So Russell's still right at the back with Gasly and De Vries in front of him. Then in front of him is Stroll, Hulkenberg, Zhou Guanyu, Tsunoda, Albon, Piastri, Magnussen, Norris, Bottas, Ocon, Perez, Sainz, and Leclerc. And then the podium at the minute is Hamilton, Alonso, Verstappen. It's not as bunched up as I thought. We've got a lot of spread. Stroll is in 16th, Alonso's in second, Russell's in 19th, Hamilton's in third, Perez in sixth, Verstappen in first, Bottas in eighth, Zhou in 14th. These teams, although it's highly dominated by Red Bull, obviously, it's it's competitive with everybody else. It's not like last year. It was very much like Red Bull, Ferrari, Mercedes. Like that was the order, and then there was Lando Norris coming in seventh every single time. Whereas now it's a bit muddled up, which is nice. Oh, go on, Piastri. There you go. Piastri just eases past Magnussen. Easy like a Sunday morning. Oh, I swear, I'm one of those people that can sing for like two notes, and then right at the end of a note or anything, just absolutely botches it. So Lando Norris has been noted for driving unnecessarily slowly, but Sainz had to wait until after the qualifying yesterday for anything to happen. That's mental. Absolutely mental. What's going on Twitter then, eh? Shall we have a look at that instead? Apparently, Hakim Ziyech is joining Al Nasser. This Saudi league is just becoming insane now. It feels very much like the whole live golf scenario. A few years ago when live golf really kind of started poaching all these PGA players, and they could no longer play on the PGA tour, and they were just giving them all this money, and it was a guaranteed money. They didn't have to fight for it. They didn't have to play well. There was no bonuses or anything like this properly negotiated in. They just got millions upon millions. I think they offered Tiger Woods something like $800 million to just come and play golf. Didn't even have to win anything. And it feels very much like that with the Saudi League at the minute, getting all these Premier League proven players, Premier League players, genuinely. Ruben Neves getting sent to, is it Al Hittad? I can't remember if I'm honest. But that's insane. Like they're just picking up genuinely good young players, making it a competitive league. In all fairness to them, if they from their perspective, if they want to make a competitive league, they're doing it well. They're doing a good job of it. But for us, as like Premier League fans or La Liga fans, it's not the greatest because now we've got, you know, shit players. Not shit players, obviously some of the best in the world are still here, but like you have to fill those teams up with players that would not necessarily be there. Might be in the youth teams or might be, you know, in a championship. Don't know how to feel about it, to be honest. Well, who? Nicole Gemberg. Imagine being known now because he's never gotten a podium. Hulkenberg is known for being called the Hulk, which isn't his name. Hello there, Geo Taylor. Nice to meet you. But he's known as the Hulk, right? He's known as Nico Gemberg, another random way to say his name. And he's also known as somebody who's never won a podium. What is it? The statistic is somewhat weird. Like, he's the person who's raced the most races without getting a podium. Imagine that being the three things you're known for. You're an incredibly successful racing driver, but you're known for three bad things. You know what? I agree. I agree. McLaren do seem fast this race. Norris looks like he's really putting his elbows out, and Piastri looks like he can actually drive a car. I've been saying this. I wasn't that impressed with him for the first few races. Like, I was a bit like, is this really who McLaren and Alpine were fighting for all that time? But he looks like he actually knows how to drive, which is, a good thing for a racing driver. And he's putting some decent moves, some exciting moves out there. So hopefully, I predicted Lando Norris to get in the top five, and I think he could do it. But what could happen is both McLarens being in the top eight, top seven. Yeah, I mean Russell, where is he now? He's 18th. So I didn't expect him to get back to the pits at all. I thought because he sent the radio message saying, "Oh, I'm done. Like I've binned it, lads. I'm out." But then he managed to trundle back to the pits and get out. But he doesn't look like he's got too much pace at the minute because there's that massive DRS strain, which it doesn't make the race exciting. We need somebody to break that train so that we can get a few overtakes happening, see where people can move up and everything. But yeah, at the minute, Russell's just stuck behind Gasly, who also has a Daniel Ricciardo given name, which is quite funny. Yeah, to be fair, McLaren probably will put it in the wall. Who do you think? If it's going to be Piastri or Norris, who's going to put it in the wall? I think it might be Norris because he's pushing it hard out there now, and he's got people right on his tail. Yeah, Piastri. He had that crash yesterday, didn't he, in quali? But it was a weird one. It was just like he went slightly offline, off the dry line. Yeah, to be fair. I think at the minute he's leading like a little train, isn't he? Oh no, he's right behind Bottas. Yeah, yeah, that's probably right. Where is he? In all fairness to Piastri, he's keeping up with Lando quite well though. So what, are they 10th and ninth at the minute? And Bottas is doing well for that Alpha. That Alpha's not. Oh, I think Alonso scraped it. I'm not sure. It might have been the other chicane, the first chicane, but I think Alonso scraped it because Hamilton was right on his arse. And I think he was really pushing to try and get away from Hamilton. It might have been the first chicane, but I'm pretty sure it was the Wall of Champions. Ah, it was the first one. Fair enough. Oh yeah, there he is coming out of it. Yeah, he's doing that, and he is getting really close to that wall. I've predicted. Yeah, it's just the issue is Gasly's really close to De Vries, and De Vries is really close to Hulkenberg. Is he in the pits? Oh, don't tell me I'm on a massive delay. I've got Sky Sports on Now TV, so sometimes I'm on like a 15 to 20-second delay, which when you're live streaming isn't great. But yeah, I got yeah, and BT Sport is always like same thing on the app is always like right on it. I get the whole get your notifications before the goal, but on BT Sport I always get it on stuff like football or MotoGP and stuff. But on this, it's always like 20 to 30 seconds, I reckon. But yeah, I don't think Russell's going to make much of it. Yeah, see, there's. Yeah, I watch a lot of football. Too much, to be honest. My girlfriend really doesn't enjoy it. And neither does any of my family. But yeah, Hulkenberg's just gone in for me. So yeah, I must be. What is that? A 30-second delay? Must be. Oh, that's annoying, actually. But this, yeah, welcome to. This is our first ever live stream. Actually, we do a lot of. Is it one lap? Jesus, that's a long delay, actually. But yeah, we do a lot of videos and stuff. But this is our first ever live stream. We just thought we'll give it a go, see how we get on. Oh. Oh, sick! You watch our videos? That's amazing. Yeah, I'm a massive Man United fan. We, I, I struggle sometimes because when you say you're a Man United fan, people just think that's all you watch. But I watch a lot of football. I'm obsessed with it. So I prefer to say I'm a football fan first, but that just feels like I'm being disingenuine to my Red Devil heart. But yeah, massive Man United fan. What do you think about the takeover? Because I've been thinking and talking a lot about that recently, and I'm bored of it. But there's also a glimmer of interest there. Oh no, not at all. Not at all. That's why I'm so bored of it. It's like I put out a YouTube short the other day that was talking about how it's constantly going on like, oh, it's imminent, it's coming, it's right around the corner, it's gonna happen. And then at the end of the day, it's just like, oh yeah, Jim Ratcliffe's back in the race, or oh, Jim Ratcliffe's leading the race, it's gonna happen now. Oh yeah, Qatar have up their bid, It's just like I'm bored. Like just tell me when it's over. But also I want to know what's going on for the club. We're in the middle of a transfer window. We need to get stuff done. Yeah, the oil money side of things it feels a bit 10% of. Does he own 10% of Man United already? I didn't think so. I thought there was going to be an element like he'd buy 45% of it. Oh, right. Big crash. Oh, Jesus. See, this is a problem with having on a delay. Oh. Actually, no, it isn't a problem because now I can actually be like fully attention rather than talking about Manchester United constantly. You know what? I'll let you know when it happens. I like Otmar Safnauer. He seems like a proper good lad. Oh, is that Russell? Oh, Russ, that was a good, really, really good move by Russell. So De Vries has gone off. Right. If you go back, or if I put the highlights out in a bit, I said at, at the very and through goes Russell, yeah. Um, I said that De Vries would retire, Sonoda would retire, Saints would retire, and Sargent would retire. Sargent I got right within a couple of minutes, which I was very happy about considering he hasn't ever retired in Formula One yet. So, big brain. Oh, is De Vries not retiring? Oh, fair play. Fair play. So I've not got them right. So now there's no point in me telling you that. Never mind. Oh, did he get the side pod on Magnussen? Yeah, I know. That's ridiculous. If it is that long, it's not the best for live streaming, is it? Need to sort this out then. He just looks off the front left, doesn't he? It's a long way to trundle back to the pits as well, isn't it? If you've got any damage, crashing on what, turn 3, that's a long way to go. No, I haven't. Nah, genuinely, this is just how delayed it gets. I didn't know it was that bad. I knew it was like 15 to 30 seconds because that's what usually happens when I watch football. Like, when you got your goal notification and then 10 seconds later it's like, oh, there's the goal. But I didn't know it was that bad. What's the lap? A minute 10? That's quite a long time. Yeah, I think Man United do that actually quite clever because they make sure that they're not ruining it for anybody. Like, see, I use Flash Score for my notifications because yeah, it is the kind of, oh, don't tell me Lando's got a penalty. We've taken a mick. What's the penalty? Is it 5 seconds? Because if he's got a penalty, then Hamilton needs a penalty. Because Hamilton's release was the exact same as Lando's. Sportsmanship. For what? Is it for the pit lane? It's coming through now. Oh. So it was for, whilst they were under the safety car, it was because they were both coming into pit, Piastri and Norris, and they were right next to each other. Norris was driving really slow so that they could double stack without losing any time. And apparently that's classed as unsportsmanlike behaviour. Because I guess the pace is set um by the leader. So the others are supposed to follow the pace of the leader, aren't they, under a safety car? The FIA enjoy being quite annoying. They enjoy. I feel like they're like a sugar daddy. Like they've got all these like people that are they all bow down to them, and they follow their rules, but they feel like they're forgotten every now and again. They've got their own boyfriends and stuff like that, so they just have to do something to remind you that they're still around and they're still the boss. They're still the daddy. Oh, that is the most sus thing I've ever said. But yeah, I feel like they feel like every race they have to do something that's slightly controversial or putting their foot down to make sure everybody is reminded that they're there. He's not binned it though, has he? He's he actually did possibly the opposite of binning it, which was driving slowly. Um, you know what? Williams are a sneaky one this year. Yeah, 5 seconds is harsh. 5 seconds is really harsh. But yeah, Williams are a sneaky one. Like I I really love the idea of Williams becoming a competitive team again. I really enjoy actual racing teams, not you know racing teams backed by car manufacturers. Even though I'm a McLaren fan, like the fact that it's a team that was built on just a few racers that and engineers that enjoyed racing and like came together and built this team. The idea of them being amazing again and winning championships again, it kind of warms my heart. It makes it exciting. But I just find that if you become last in the championship, the money you get and the time you get and everything, it forces you to stay there for a very long time unless you get an insane amount of sponsorship. Yeah, it is like with Verstappen. You've put overstep, but I'm guessing it's Verstappen. Um, Watching him, yeah, yeah, I got you. Um, it is like it is boring. It is boring watching Verstappen, and I think it's really tough that we had that 2021 season, which was just insane, and it brought so many new fans to Formula One, and it made everybody think, "Oh, this sport is incredible. It's really exciting." And then we had 22 and 23, which are basically just Red Bull domination. It's a tough thing for those new fans who got in it for the true excitement to really like enjoy it at all. It's tough to watch the same person win every week. You know, it's like to some extent, it's like City winning in the Premier League all the time. Like you don't watch Manchester City games. Like even Manchester City fans hardly watch Manchester City games because they're going to win. So it's a bit boring. You'd much prefer what to watch. What was it last season? Brentford Brighton. That was a far better game than Man City versus Chelsea because you knew City were going to win. And it's the same. I like this TV. They've not shown Verstappen at all, really, because it's not exciting. It's not enjoyable to watch. He's out front. He's got a 23-second gap before he pits. That's a lot, you know? It's just boring. Everything else is much better. I tell you what, Red Bull's crew are like possibly the best because they always seem to get it in that 2.2, 2.7 range. They're always incredibly fast pit stops. If it does rain, is rain predicted? I don't think it is it? If it rains, it would be much, much more exciting. If it rains, the Mercedes will bin it because they were talking yesterday about it, about how the Mercs don't sit on the tires properly, so they don't like pull downforce into the corner properly. So when it's raining, it'll just bin it basically. So that those Mercs will really struggle in the rain. But Verstappen's an incredible wet weather driver, though. So the only thing that could really hurt him would be bad strategy if they bring him in too late. And Red Bull don't tend to do that. They're quite good at all that. They're just quite good, really. Like fair play to them, isn't it? They've done it right. It's just a bit annoying that they've done it so right. Like Adrian Newey has just designed the hell out of the aerodynamics. I love it when they're like, this person will not attack you. Like this, Science will not attack you, Leclerc. It's like how do you know? Like these drivers just do what they want. If they're getting close to you, they're gonna try and go past you. I've got a PlayStation. So I'll play on there, but I don't even have F1 22 if I'm entirely honest. I've got F1 21 that I've been playing. I am thinking about the F1 23 game. I'm thinking about streaming it to be honest on my own channel. Um, uh, I'm thinking about streaming F1 23 and the EAFC game. Seeing if I can get some stuff out there. But yeah, I don't know. What is it? Is F1? Are the F1 games that different year by year? Um, because I know it's different from like 10 years ago. Like the gameplay is unreal, but from year to year, is it that? Yeah. So it's like same with the FIFA. To be fair, like it's not that different to get them. Yeah. Well, it's a funny thing actually. My friends used to play a lot on Steam, and they got FIFA one year, and like the on the load up screen and stuff, it was something like they got FIFA 19, and it still said like FIFA 17 on the load up screen, like the little writing at the bottom. And they were just like, it literally is. They just take the game from the last year, copy it over, and then work on changing um uh, the outer face part of it. Sorry, I'm not great with my technical language. I do like my gaming, and I would consider myself a sports gamer, but I don't consider myself a gamer. I'm happily stream it and everything, and play it, and enjoy doing it all. But I can't call myself a gamer because I really don't play games enough. Oh yeah, and see, this is the thing. I know exactly what they're doing. I criticize it, but I still go out and buy the game, which isn't great if I'm honest. Like, I'm not evidently not that much of a man of his word, which should probably try a little bit better. But I don't know. It's just so tempting, when all the adverts are out and you see it, and then you see all the streamers you like, and you're just like playing it and stuff. Like I'm pretty sure I bought what was it? Oh yeah, I bought Hogwarts Legacy because I watched Miniminter play it on Twitch. Not Twitch. I watched him play it on YouTube. Yeah. And it's like, why? Why did I do that? I wasn't gonna buy it before. So what's that? Verstappen's 5 seconds ahead of Alonso already. Yeah, he's just gonna win, isn't he? Like Verstappen's just gonna keep on winning this season. It does get, yeah, true, true. That's what I'll do. I'll stick it on my phone or something, and I'll play the PlayStation, and just keep like listen to it, see if anything happens, like if there's a crash or anything, because you'll hear it, won't you? And they've always got the replays. But yeah, it does get boring after a while if there's just nothing happening. I actually played Canada. What was it? 2 days ago? No, yesterday. I drove the Canada GP, and I actually did all right. I drove a Ferrari, 2021 Ferrari too, and I'm one of these weirdos that really enjoy driving the full race. I just like pretending that I'm an actual Formula One driver. Um, and yeah, I think I won by about 20 seconds as a Ferrari. So somebody wants to sponsor me to get me an F1 rig. Let's get it done. Like the video, subscribe. Let's let's do it because evidently I am born for this. The commentators just said Harry Potter, and I was just talking about Hogwarts. Like, I swear, honestly, commentators just nick my thoughts. They steal what's in my head. Football, Formula One, tennis. They just take whatever's in this head, and they're like, "That's a really good idea, LJ. Let's just try it." It annoys me. It makes me feel good because it makes me feel like I'm doing the right thing, by live streaming and doing videos and everything. But honestly, you're right, Tom. Yeah, honestly, it's kind of cool to do full races, isn't it? Like you feel, oh, what's pit stop strategy and everything. Yes, pit stop strategies. That's what I'm saying. Like, oh, how are we gonna do this, guys? Team effort and all that. Oh yeah, no, do the Canadian Grand Prix. Honestly, it's gonna it's You know what? It's actually a really fun thing to drive. I'm saying like drive it like I'm actually driving it, but it's quite fast when you're driving it, and you can those chicanes are really fast when you're going through it because you can half cut the corners as long as you keep your wheels on track. So it feels really fast. Do you play with a controller or a rig? Yeah, I mean, Norris is the greatest driver of all time. I think we're all agreeing on that, right? Right, guys? Controller, yeah. I play controller. It's because I don't have the money for a. Don't worry. Just because I don't have the money for a rig, but like I say, one day keep on streaming and doing videos. We might get there. Might get a racing rig out of it. Who knows? Yeah, no, it's a good. It's honestly, it's a good Grand Prix to do. How on a Grand Prix, if you do the 15 laps one, how many times do you reckon you use the what is it, the refresh button? I try not to use it if I'm honest. If I'm doing career mode, I try to just I'll just retire. But sometimes if I'm on like quali or something, I do like doing the flashback. Hey, well, I've got 19 laps left. Ah, no, both McLarens are outside of the top 10 right now. That's not great. I think Alex Albon is one of the most underrated drivers on the grid. I know that doesn't do much to F123, but I think he's great. He's seventh right now, you know. So yeah, maybe I shouldn't be saying that Albon's great, but just to let you know, he's seventh, and he's having a bloody good race. I mean, he's got George Russell right behind him, so I don't know. By the fact that I'm a whole lap down, Russell might be in front of Albon now, but for Williams, seventh is phenomenal. Oh, nothing's gonna happen now, is it? Really, there's not. I'm just looking at the standings on the left, and there's not really much else to fight for. Honestly, you flashback, it helps. Where did you qualify? Yeah, yeah. Restart session, let's go for it. Oh, P15. All right. That's a struggle. I didn't do quali. I enjoy quali, you know. I don't do the whole thing, don't get me wrong. On my career mode, I've got the one lap quali on. Um, uh, but I don't know. I do enjoy doing the quali. I guess I do just like pretending that I'm not myself, which is a little bit depressing to be honest. But you know, it's isn't it why we all play games? I don't know. Yeah. This DRS train is doing nothing for this race. Jeez. I feel like I want some snacks, but I don't know what. Maybe some popcorn or something. I've not got any in. There's no point me really saying anything because the shops are shut. But I feel like some popcorn would do nice right now. Sweet and salted, obviously. Like none of that just sweet or just salted. That's a whole load of rubbish. Yeah, no, just keep rolling it back. Keep rolling it back. Yeah, it's the beauty of playing games. But yeah. What is That's a decent question for everybody, for the small amount of people that are actually in this stream right now. What is the best like sports snack like to eat? Like whilst you're watching sport, what's the best thing to eat? George Russell retired. Jesus, George Russell's retired. So Norris is now in 10th, which is good. What difficulty are you doing it? What's your AI at? Oh, that glitch of some. So you're playing 23. So something's wrong with his car. He's just been radioed. Hey, you got that number. Hey, you got a. That's not purposeful at all, is it? But yeah, he's. I think it's something about the brakes. He was asked to lift off and cool the car as he was coming in. He said something was too high, but I was talking, and I talk quite loud, so I couldn't hear it. We got radio. So apparently, it was yeah. So it was overheating brakes. So apparently, it was done when he hit the wall. Like something was shifted. So he's not very happy with himself. I quite like George Russell, although I feel like I'd love to go out for like go to a party, let's say with Lando. I don't think I'd like to do it with George. Um, George Russell, if you're now watching the stream because you're no longer driving, I'm sorry. Would love to do a video with you, lad. Would love to do something fun with you, but at a party, I feel like you're the guy that kind of is on his watch, waiting to leave at 9 p.m. Try to get home to watch Married at First Sight, the Australia version, obviously. All right, so Lando's got 10th. Piastri's 12th behind Stroll. Oh, yeah, Norris has got the 5-second penalty. I forgot about that. So basically, McLaren need to get Stroll out of the way. 13 laps left. think this is kind of becoming a pattern at this season. Is that we've got Verstappen out in the lead. He's just gone. We're not really paying much attention to him. Perez really isn't doing much in that Red Bull. I really think he's turning flashbacks on. Fair enough. No, do it. Honestly, it's helpful when you're just doing something like enjoyable. Much better to use flashbacks. But yeah, I think Perez isn't doing enough in that Red Bull. He's going to lose his seat at some point. I really believe it. I think Daniel Ricciardo is just waiting in the wings. Christian Horner loves him. Perez is gone soon. And then you've got Hamilton, Russell, Leclerc, Sainz, and maybe one other kind of fighting for those just to get into the podium. I think Alonso always gets on the podium now. I think that's where he's at in his Aston Martin career. How does F1 23 and just all the F1 games decide where you're going to be on the grid if you don't qualify? Is it literally just like a spin of a wheel, or do they do like a simulation or something? Yeah, I don't know. To be honest, like I always do this. I ask questions that you know not many people should know. It's like just these weird, introspective, like technological or philosophical questions that I'm expecting a chat to just come and say, "Oh yeah, we know this, mate. Just here's some knowledge, lad." FIA being Pillix again. They just they just come out with some utter rubbish. No, I don't agree. I don't. Oh, my voice is cracking like hell today. Yeah, I don't agree with that. Like saying that Lando Norris is unsportsmanlike behavior. It's like he's broken a rule, but it's not unsportsmanlike because he's not done it knowing that that's a rule break. It's evidently just the FIA have decided to enforce this rule now. Alex Albon's still in seventh. That's pretty decent from him. Decent. Fair enough. Is F1 Manager any good? Like, is it much? Is it very similar to Football Manager, or is there any actual race play that you get to do? Is there like calls to make in the races, or is it just like a sit back, watch the race, watch what happens, and then you do all your work afterwards? Sick, sick, sick. You brought Stroll in over Ricardo. I'm sorry, mate. I'm gonna have issues with you here. Daniel Ricciardo is one of the greatest people Formula One has ever birthed. And Lance Stroll, I need to be careful because I know I'm streaming and apparently YouTube has guidelines. But Lance Stroll is the biggest silver spoon child I've ever seen. Like, look, right. This is right. Lance Stroll, I'm going to prove it to you now. Alonso is leading Hamilton by 2 seconds and is second in the race right now. Lance Stroll is 11th and he can't get anywhere near Lando Norris. How is he in Formula One? He's got one of the best cards on the grid and he's. Mm. Hey, Lance Stroll might join the chat because he bloody not driving well enough for him to be actually there. That was a terrible, terrible comeback. That was awful. These stream things are hard, You just end up talking a load of absolute shit. But Lawrence, sorry, mate, but your kid's crap at driving. And can I borrow a tenner, please? You got P1? Or are you out in Q1? Oh, you're watching Q1. Right, that makes more sense. Are they out in Q1? I mean, I can't really say anything now because even if I slew Lance Stroll, Norris is right there with him. So in the real race, Lando Norris needs to overtake Valtteri Bottas, or else he drops out of the points massively. Do you play on PC or console? Which console? PlayStation or Xbox? Is the Switch a console? I guess it is, isn't it? Go on, Lando. Lando just went outside of the hairpin on Bottas. He's now got DRS going into the chicane. Bottas is coming back. Get in, Lando. Come on, boy. Absolutely smashing it. I mean, he could still drop. He could still drop out of the points, but getting in front of Bottas is a much, much better position to be in. He needs to open that gap up now. Xbox, fair play. I've never played on Xbox to be honest. No, that's a lie. Played it once. Went around to my mate's house when I was like 11, and we played Halo, and he taught me how to teabag. But other than that, I've never played Xbox. Stroll always gets out-qualied. He honestly is useless. In my head, I had Stroll and Latifi as practically the same being. They're both Canadian, both rich, and both terrible drivers. But one of them's still in Formula One. What's Latifi up to now? Might Google that actually. Of course, he's out at Q1. Is it Canada? Ah, Bahrain. Oh, did you have to start a new season? Right. What was the googling? Oh yeah. What is Nicholas Latifi doing now? Oh, he's in IndyCar. Where the hell is Latifi now? He's in IndyCar apparently. Sports Illustrated. Let's have a look. As a part owner of a sports blog and, you know, sports media platform, I probably shouldn't be using another sports media platform to find out my information, but we also aren't journalists, so no, IndyCar's not Indian. You know what? It's a decent idea though. No, IndyCar, I believe, is American. Um, it's like a worse version of F1, and sometimes they use NASCAR circuits, so it very much is just left turn all the way. But Indiana Jones. Hey, there's a new Indiana Jones out as well. Yeah, I think it is American, but I think it goes to other places. Does it? There, he's there with like Grosjean and Ericsson and that. And Nick DeVries did IndyCar for a while. Yeah, we've got three left. 3 laps to go. Well, you've probably got 2 laps to go. 2 laps. There you go. Norris needs to get in front of. Go on, Norris. Or go on, Lando. Lando's such a good driver, man. He's so underrated. Like he genuinely could be a future world champion if he was in a decent team. And I love McLaren, but let's face it, we're not anywhere near challenging for a while. Oh, are you kidding? Is this your game or is it real life Formula One? Please, no. Please be your game. Oh, thank God. Ah. Oh, my heart was going pitter patter, pitter patter. Oh, you actually got me there. Fair play. Fair play. Go on, Lando. Oh, track limits there a little bit. Final lap, let me guess. Shall we predict who wins? Who's going to win? It's sad, isn't it, really? The fact that we just know every single week we just know who's going to win. Nice shot. I like it. What's it? It's 33 that he's looking for, isn't it? He did the same last week, didn't he? Yeah, he won without losing a position. Not last week, 2 weeks ago. It must be so boring for him. Like he genuinely must get bored when he's driving. Like in Barcelona, he was going over the lines and stuff. Probably because he was just like so bored and was kind of not concentrating. I wonder if he asked his team to put some music over the radio for him. Casual Sunday night drive. So yeah, he's just gonna have what, like a 10-second gap again, and he wins it again. Yeah, so he's coming. Here we go. Right, again, delayed by about a lap, but he's about to win. Do you think we're gonna get an Alonso win this year? The live stream today will end possibly, um, possibly after the trophies and stuff. But we're gonna look at some more events. We're probably gonna do about one a week, one live stream a week. We will look into the idea of doing some sports gaming. Come on, Norris. Ah, no. Um, yeah, we're gonna look at some sports gaming. Me and Tom. Oh wow! You know what? That is the most exciting this has been. That the end of that just then. I know I'm a lap behind. I'm really sorry, guys, but that final corner for Lando Norris and Esteban Ocon is the most exciting thing to happen this entire race. Fair play, Lando. He properly went for it then. I love it when they actually try, when they actually give it a go. But yeah, so we're gonna look at a few more events to watch. We're gonna try and watch something, live stream something at least once a week. Then we'll look at some sports games. I'm gonna be doing some gaming on my own channel, Eljay, LJ03 if you want to search it. Um, uh, and yeah, we're just gonna see what happens with the live stream. Obviously, first time this has happened. I don't know if you. Hopefully, you enjoyed it. First time I've ever done anything like this, so it's. I've quite enjoyed doing it. And yeah, that's our plan so far. Obviously, we're gonna keep the videos coming as much as possible. We really enjoy making them, and we enjoy how many people are enjoying them. Yeah, 449 subs. It's brilliant. We're getting up there. We've never initially started off as fun projects, but in my heart of hearts, I've always loved the idea of doing this as a job. So that's definitely part of the goals. Are we sub to Apple? Are we? I know I'm. Am I? Anyway, um, yeah. So that's kind of where we're at with that. You know what? They must be stiff when they get out of these cars. You know when you're on a long drive and you're driving down to London or something. I don't know where you're from, mate, but you're driving down to London and you get out after about 2 hours to go to the services and you just can't walk. They must. They gotta feel like that, surely. Oh, cheers, mate. I appreciate you. If you've subbed, sub again. That's brilliant. I know you can't sub again. Like the video, but thanks. Really appreciated having you on here. It's been great chatting with you and having your questions. It's been fantastic. Hopefully next time we'll have a few more people in stream. But yeah, thank you very much. It's nice to see Hamilton back up at the top. I know some people don't like him. He does carry himself in a certain way, but it is. I mean, seven-time world champion, like should be eight-time world champion in my opinion. Um, yeah, it's just nice to see him winning again. Seems like he's actually enjoying being a Formula One driver again. Whereas last year it didn't seem like it at all. It seemed like he was genuinely going to retire. It's good to see him back. But yeah, so we finish Verstappen, Hamilton, and Alonso. No, we don't. It's finished Verstappen, Alonso, Hamilton. You know what I really like about these things is the cool down room where you get to see the Formula One drivers talk to each other about the race. I just find it really interesting because you just don't know what's going through their head when they're driving. I want to see Adrian Newey on the podium. Of all the people, he deserves more recognition. Done an absolute mega job at Red Bull. I don't know why I just did that. There's nothing in there. There's absolutely nothing in there. So at the minute, I'm seeing all the people jump onto the track and stuff. And Joe did this the other week. Joe, who's also part of All Sport and one third of All Sport, and it looks so cool. But I want to know how hot the track is because they've just had the fastest cars in the world driving around it for 2 hours. It must be boiling. Like it mustn't cool down that fast. Oh, Fernando Alonso. Oh, Fernando. Look, that's a good chant. That fair play. every time Lewis gets on the mic, he's like thanking the people, and he really knows how to work a crowd, doesn't he? Like, not only is he one of the greatest drivers of all time, but he's PR trained to heaven come, heaven and kingdom come. I started that phrase without knowing how it ended. I enjoy listening to them talk about it because, the best thing is this is how you learn new things. Like, I don't profess to be a Formula One genius. Like, I don't think I know everything about Formula One. But listening to them all, it's really good to hear new things and what they think they're struggling with and stuff. Lewis Hamilton checking out Inspector Lewis checking out the Red Bull. He's looking at it like, have you seen that? Have you seen how good that is? Have you seen what's going on there? That's pretty funny. Need some Lewis Hamilton memes off of that now. Jesus, before I said we had 449 subscribers, but I've got 460. They're saying let's have a little listening and they're not talking to each other. They really don't like each other, do they? Verstappen and Hamilton. Sorry, I know this is a really sucky stream right now because I'm just listening to them. But I really like how they just interact with each other. That's sick. What is Helmut Marko's job? Like, what does he do? They go to that cool down room, but then they go to the podium pretty quickly afterwards. Like they've got it all set up and they've got chairs and they've got all the stuff to like, relax. But in literally 60 seconds they're going to the podium. Oh. Horner's kind of smile at the minute. Oh, is Adrian Newey actually on the? Oh, that's cool. I like Adrian Newey. He's actually on the podium, and I think he's done wonders for that Red Bull, and he deserves every second of it. Honestly, he's brilliant. I'm getting a bit bored of these national anthems, though. Slightly tiresome when you've heard it a million times. So let us know what you think our first live stream was like. Was it good? Was it bad? Are there things that we need to improve on? What else can we do? Should we come up with things already prepared to talk about? It's probably a good idea, but I was kind of winging it, seeing what was going to happen. Yeah, let us know. We're going to be doing a lot more of these. We're going to be doing at least one event a week. And obviously make sure you watch our videos more. Helps us get them out there a bit more. Like the videos, and most importantly for us, because well, I'm a narcissistic little bastard, is that you subscribe. So that would be really helpful. But thank you very much. I'll see if they. Oh, honestly, this national anthem's just getting long now. All I want to do is watch them get the trophies, soak themselves, and then I'll end the stream. That's all I want. That's what I'm going to do. But this is taking the mick a little bit. That's pretty good. Adrian Newey saying that cars he designed, this is a 200th win. That's insane. Tell you what, Adrian Newey has the highest price tag on his head at the minute. Like, if you want to get him working for your team, you are going to have to pay the big bucks. You might even have to pay more than you'd pay a driver to get Adrian Newey at your team, because he honestly is one of the biggest assets that Red Bull have. Here we go. It's always a bit odd with the champagne. There's always one guy that seems to feel a little bit left out. In all fairness, that podium does kind of epitomise what Formula One is. You've got Adrian Newey on there. You've got Max Verstappen, Fernando Alonso, and Lewis Hamilton. That is incredible. Wow. Well, guys, thank you very much for joining me. Like I say, please watch the rest of our videos. Please give them likes, like this stream, subscribe to the channel. You will be offering a lot more. And yeah, we'll see you in a bit. See you later. Thank you for joining me.